So, very tragic news out of South Central LA after Big Huey, aka U-Dawg, the son of very prominent Rolling 60s Crip legend Big U, has passed away after being gunned down outside of a smoke shop last night during Halloween. Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes, and also make sure you're hitting the hype button because the hype button helps the channel in a major way. So please hit the hype button if you got hype points. All right, listen, man, we have very sad news, man. Last night during Halloween out there in South Central LA, someone lost their life, unfortunately, outside of a smoke shop, man, and it was Big Huey, aka U-Dawg, who is the son of Big U. Big U is currently incarcerated after the big drawdown RICO that took place right earlier in the year. I believe it was last year. I believe it was earlier this year. I forget. However, yeah, man, it's very unfortunate what happened, and honestly, what we may be looking at is just, the direct result of being in a gang. Being in a gang, this can happen, man. Your ops can catch you lacking. I mean, this would be the most likely, reasoning behind him losing his life. Now, the only issue that I'm seeing here outside of this is that people are trying to say that this was rightfully done. Like, this was justice for Nipsey Hussle, but that's only because they're not aware of what really was going on with Nipsey Hussle. The problem is Nipsey Hussle was still gangbanging while trying to be a successful entrepreneur. And the two things just don't mix at the end of the day. Nipsey Hussle cannot gangbang actively while trying to, have a huge business. It's just not gonna work. You gotta pick a side on which things you want to do. LA is literally the gang mecca. This is the motherland of gangs. That's just how it is. But unfortunately, yeah, Nipsey Hussle lost his life while beefing with Shitty Cuz. Now, a lot of people think that Big U ordered a hit on Nipsey Hussle because him and Nipsey Hussle had problems. But guess what? He wasn't the only person who had problems with Nipsey Hussle. The Rolling 60s Crips have factions, as does any other gang. There's factions in bigger gangs, alright, where people have issues within the gangs. Like a faction might beef with another faction in the same gang. This is just common things that happen in gang culture, no matter where you are and what part of the world. This is just something that happens naturally. Okay, so to think that Big U is putting a hit on Nipsey Hussle by way of contacting Shitty Cuz to do it is just false information. And it sounds good, right? Because he had beef with him. It's easy to believe, but it's just not true. See, somebody by the name of Loose Cannon, who's not even from Los Angeles, but had a connection to Big U, was trying to say that he was a Rolling 60s Crip member who got the memo that Nipsey Hussle passed away way before anyone else knew, and he learned from Big U because Big U ordered a hit on him, which is actually a lie because, again, your boy Loose Cannon is not a member of the Rolling 60s Crips, and he's not even from Los Angeles. He's not from the hood, so he is not a member and never was a member. Nobody recognizes him as a member. He cannot tell you who put him on to the Rolling 60s Crips or anything because he's not a member. He was manipulated and used by Whack 100 to spew a narrative to make it seem like Big U put a hit on Nipsey Hussle to tarnish Big U's name. And that's what happened. And now everyone is now trying to say that, hey, well, Big Huey, the son of Big U, is getting karma. Like, this is karma for Big U. Like, your son passes is because you are the one who got Nipsey out of here. So now the karma is that your own son passes away. And that's just not true. What happens is his son is a part of a gang called the Rolling 60s Crips. And the Rolling 60s Crips have ops. And in a gang, when you're in a gang, ops can come run you down. You have to keep your eyes open. You have to watch your back because you never know when the ops might slide through. And this is just an agreement when you join a gang. All right, you're not promised to see tomorrow. You are constantly at war with your ops, with your enemies. This is just how gang culture works. And if you don't understand that, hey, I guess I get it. But we can't pretend and say, hey, just because I believe that this is karma for Big U, this is karma for Big U, but you don't even have any idea what really happened with Nipsey Hussle. Like, Nipsey Hussle was gangbanging. That's what y'all need to realize. Nipsey Hussle was gangbanging while he was having successful entrepreneurship while he was an artist, getting money like he was a millionaire while gangbang. The two things you just can't mix. Now, has Nipsey changed lives 1000%? He was. He was doing great things. He was doing great things. He was changing lives. He was trying to make a difference, but the problem is you can't make a difference while you're gang banging. The two can't happen. You can't survive while gang banging actively and trying to do, entrepreneurship and change things, because then at some point things collide and it's just too much and you might not make it. And unfortunately, that was the case with Nipsey Hussle. See, him and Shitty Cuz had an ongoing beef. Before Nipsey even got hit up by Shitty Cuz, they had a fight weeks in advance prior, you know what I'm saying? So when Nipsey and Shitty Cuz, meet at Mall Strip, in front of Nipsey's Marathon Mall Strip, Nipsey had called Shitty Cuz a rat. And when you call someone a rat, that can ultimately determine if you live or not, because calling someone a rat is just as bad as calling them a Geppetto. Like, there's just two things in the street that you can't be called, and that's being a pedo or being a rat, because those two things are not honorable and it can definitely get you dusted depending on who's saying it. All right, like, if you are being called a rat, you can lose your life, but you calling someone a rat can make you lose your life too, especially when it's not true. So apparently Shitty Cuz, knew that there was false information that he was a rat, and someone gave Nipsey false information that Shitty Cuz was a rat. And because Nipsey called that man a rat to his face, he decided to end Nip's life. And that's what ended up happening. Alright, so all the other narratives are just narratives, but the fact still remains that, hey man, this is just what happens when you're in a gang, when you're gang banging. I don't believe that this is anywhere near karma for Big U. I think this is just a direct result of someone being in a gang. And I'm just being honest about the situation. Alright, but hey, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Am I bugging for telling the truth? What do you think about all this, man? Listen, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Also, make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you're sharing the video. Okay, also make sure that you subscribe to the Mayor's second channel, known as Big Gotham, which is a fire channel with nearly 1,000 subs. We're almost monetized, as well as the Mayor's Discord, known as Big Gotham as well, with nearly 1,000 users. Everything is in the pinned comment. Make sure you hit those links. And lastly, the Mayor's Twitter community, known as Showface News, fire community. Make sure you join up. All right, and one last thing before I get up all the way out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the Mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F. Eric Adams, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit the like, share the video. I'm about to here, gang. Salute.